Welcome to the channel, thank you for checking out today's video. In this video we're going to be showing you how to balance your Weebill 3E gimbal so you can get perfectly smooth footage. As always, let's get straight into it. To begin with, you're going to need your gimbal on a nice flat surface and all the arms opened up. Once you've opened up the arms, lock them into this position. Next, you're going to make sure the plate is mounted to the bottom of your camera. Then slide your camera with the mounting plate into the base of your gimbal and make sure that you lock it into place. Next, making sure that you're holding onto your camera, you're going to undo the lock mechanism for the upper arm. Still holding onto the camera, release the lock mechanism holding your camera onto the gimbal. You'll now be able to slide your camera backwards and forwards, and you're looking for the balancing point on this axis. Once you've found this balancing point, lock the camera into this position. Next, we face our camera straight upwards and we loosen the sidearm. Once again, we can slide the camera either backwards or forwards to find the balancing point on this axis. Once you've balanced your camera on these two axis points, you should be able to point your camera in a 45-degree angle either upwards or downwards without it rotating. If it swings in either direction, then it's not balanced correctly and you'll have to start again. If the camera does hold position, lock off the upper motor arm. With the gimbal fully locked up, hold onto the camera and then release the lock on the middle motor. And unless you're extremely lucky, the camera's going to roll either to the left or roll to the right. If your camera does roll to the left or right, you're going to want to undo the locking mechanism on the whole sledge base plate to move the camera left or right to get it balanced on this axis. As you can see here, I'm moving the camera left and right on the gimbal until it's perfectly balanced along this axis. I then lock it off. To test once again if you've got it perfectly balanced, you're going to rotate the camera 45 degrees in either direction and make sure it holds position. If it doesn't hold position, it's not balanced correctly and you're going to have to restart this process. Once you are happy that it's balanced, lock off the middle motor. And now there's only one more balancing point that we have to get correct, and that's the lower motor. So unlock the lower motor and holding the gimbal at a 45-degree angle with the camera mounted, see if the camera either tips forwards or tips backwards. If it is unbalanced, undo the lower arm locking latch and then you're going to slide the lower arm either forward or backwards until you get the balancing point on this axis. And you're going to repeat this process until it's perfectly balanced. As you can see from the video here, it takes me a few attempts to get it absolutely spot on. The better the camera is balanced on your gimbal, the smoother the footage will be. Spending a little bit of extra time ensuring that it's balanced perfectly, the better your results are going to be. Again, to test if it's perfectly balanced on this axis point, you can rotate the camera 45 degrees in either direction and it should maintain position. Now if you've followed along correctly, you should be able to unlock all the motors on the gimbal and the camera should hold position, regardless of what direction the camera is pointing in. If you've got this far, give yourself a massive pat on the back. All that's left to do now is calibrate the gimbal to the weight of our camera setup, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Press power on the gimbal Press the menu button once. You should now see motor on the screen. Double tap the control wheel and it will enter into auto calibration mode. The gimbal will shake slightly as it auto tunes the motors to your particular setup. And then once it's completed, it will confirm that it is all correct with a tick on the screen. Right, so there you have it, how to set up your gimbal and make sure it's properly balanced. There's only one thing left to do, give this video a big thumbs up and go get some super smooth footage for yourself. Thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed this type of content and you want to see further content from myself, hit the subscribe button, but that's it for now. We'll catch up in the next video. Oh, and whilst you're here, why don't you check out this video also. See you soon everybody.